happy Friday. It's July 12th, 2019. And I'm Stephanie Jones, and this is BodyBySteph, the health engineer. And yes, I own a skincare and tanning salon spa. I have a lot of skincare products. I am an esthetician, licensed esthetician. I'm also a licensed body artist, which means I do permanent makeup. I couldn't do tattoos. I do some tattoos, but anyway, so I sponsor myself. I don't have other people sponsoring me. I've got a lot of products here that I sell, and I used to be a bodybuilder. I'm still a bodybuilder. I haven't competed in a couple of years, but I competed in bodybuilding shows for about 6 years. National bikini competitor. I almost got my pro card. I decided to not go there. It's a little too much involved with getting my pro card that I wasn't willing to go down that rabbit hole. So, but I'm really happy. I've got lots of trophies and learned a lot. But I was a fitness trainer for 20 years. I've been a quality engineer, process engineer in the automotive industry. Once an engineer, always an engineer. So I look at everything as a process, troubleshoot, whether it's skincare problems, whether it's health problems. So I'm all about anti-aging and healthcare and skincare, inwardly and outwardly. So I'm also obsessed with the news. So because it affects us. And what's going on today is really a war between good and evil. I like to cover the news, so that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to give you my opinion. My opinion is not a fact. I like to trust but verify. Can't always verify, and probably 80% what's really going on in the world we will never know about. But I'm really good at connecting the dots. I have a high power of discernment. I have a lot of intuition. That still doesn't mean it's a fact, but I'm going to share my facts and opinions, and I follow my gut. So I'm a pretty good investigator. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm good at a lot of things, but I am not a specialist at almost anything other than like skincare, maybe healthcare. I'm good at investigating and digging based on the tools that are available to me. But I'm not saying let me just put it this way. I'm good at a lot of things, enough to be dangerous, but I'm not like, a total. I am an expert in a few things, let me say that, but I am not an expert in all things. But I'm pretty good at a lot of things, so I can be dangerous. Anyway, so not to be somber or anything or negative, but my mother just passed away. It was June 27th, and she died of pancreatic cancer, and I tried so hard in the last 6 months. She lasted 6 months. I guess she was diagnosed last October. Yes, I went the Rick Simpson cannabis oil. She's Mormon, lived in St. George, Utah. I'm not Mormon. I left in my 20s. But she was actually open-minded to try many different things. There was a Dr. Schwartz, incurable diseases, detox. But the problem is she said she wasn't going to do the chemotherapy, but she did. And it is what killed her. There are so many side effects from the chemo. And I try to talk her out of it. I have siblings. My oldest sister is in charge of her trust right now, and yeah, that's going to be a nightmare. I'm in battle with her since my father passed away 5.5 years ago. So I've been in a funk for a little while, and I have not felt like, doing videos or anything like that. But I've really worked at getting out of my, kind of depression based on outward events. And I feel really good right now. So I thought I would do a video because there's so much going on and I wanted to cover it. And just so you know, doing these videos, this is just therapy for me. I don't want anything, but I am going to sponsor myself and I am going to plug my products. And so the first one is a 100% pure hyaluronic acid moisturizer. This is a one ounce bottle, and I produce this myself. It is pure. This is very, very effective. It absorbs quickly. I don't know if you know what hyaluronic acid is. It's actually what they use in Juvederm and Restylane as, of course, I have like a cross bonding so that it doesn't dissolve so fast. If you injected this in yourself, your body would dissolve it in like 2 days. But this is a topical hyaluronic acid moisturizer. And if you're interested, my website is bodybysteph.com. You can email me, steph@bodybysteph.com. If you're interested, I can send you the link. I'll be more organized next time with a link to actually buy my products. You'd think I would have that prepared, but yeah, no. So anyway, it's a great, I use it daily. You can use it as a serum. You can use it as a moisturizer. I'm also developing I'm calling it Beyond Botox, because it is and it has a lot of hyaluronic acid and moisturizing effects. It's basically like it's a cream. I'm calling it Beyond Botox Cream. And it basically does what Botox does without the injections. It reduces your wrinkles, because what Botox does, which is botulinum toxin type A, which is actually the most toxic of all the botulinums, it temporarily paralyzes your muscles. So when you smile, or from here up in your forehead, they don't wrinkle. So it keeps you looking younger over time, because you don't get the creases, which is your wrinkles. This stops the synapses. The Beyond Botox stops the synapses before they fire, and so you don't get the wrinkles, and you don't get you look much younger. It's a topical thing that you got to put on like once a day, and it keeps you looking much younger. I'm going to patent it as well, so I'm looking into doing the patent on the Beyond Botox. And so I'm kind of doing like clinical trials right now with 4 diagrams that you have to fill out for the application. But anyway, so let's cover the news right now. All right, so the first thing I kind of want to talk about is, you heard everybody's like, Trump caved. He caved on the census question. We thought he was going to fight for that, Supreme Court Justice Roberts, he's turning very liberal. This again, that's my opinion. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, as far as I'm concerned, she's dead. They're just pretending. She's on ice somewhere. She's dead. They're pretending she's alive because they don't want Trump to appoint another Supreme Court justice and go through what, we went through with Kavanaugh. I mean, that was the biggest freaking shit show I have ever seen. That just exposed the evil, liberal, socialistic, communistic people for what they really are. Just evil. That's what I'm saying. It's not about Democrats versus Republicans. However, there seems to be more evil people on the Democratic side. However, I have a couple friends that are Democrats that are wonderful people. I love them so much. I don't know why they're Democrats, except that they see evil on the other side. I have a friend, he's an attorney, and he used to be Republican. He went to Democrat because I think it's more, he fights a lot of the corrupt police out here in Las Vegas. Not saying they're all corrupt, because I've met some of them and they're wonderful people. They've let me off some like really crazy stuff. I had road rage one day. I got caught, pulled over. I have a concealed carry license, had a gun with me and everything. And they only wrote me up for I was picking up my daughter from her GED test, and I went over the line because there was some minivan that was like freaking out, flipping me off, and I'm flipping him back off, and I'm trying to go around him, and he's purposely trying to block me and go real slow, and it was just crazy stuff. And I got caught because I tried to go around him over a double yellow right in front of a police officer. Got pulled over. He gave me a ticket for just driving over a double yellow, not anything bad, and they were very nice about it. So not all cops are bad. What's the blue phase? Go blue. I know a lot of police officers, they're wonderful, but there are, a few corrupt ones. And so my friend who's an attorney, those are the ones that he tends to prosecute. But anyway, let's talk about Trump and the census. So the census, everybody's like, oh, he caved in. He dropped it. He's not going to push for the question on the census. You guys, then he walks out and signs a executive order, which is the Department of Commerce is over the census records, right? You do realize what he did. He gave an executive order, so all the documents from all these departments in the federal government have more accurate counts of who is legal and who is illegal in the country, who's a citizen, who is not a citizen. Even the illegal aliens that are here, they come here and they work and then they wire their money to Mexico. Okay, that wiring, you have to show your ID. And these illegals, they get IDs. They don't, not technical driver's license, but their illegal ID card or whatever. That's why they're doing it. They're documented. There's really nobody that's undocumented. You say there's undocumented. I'll get to that term in a minute. I hate that term, undocumented immigrants. They're trying to get away from illegal aliens. Like two totally different terms. There's nothing illegal about an undocumented immigrant. But you've got the FBI has records. You've got the education department, all the public schools. They know who is legal and illegal. Those are federal government departments. They're executively now have to turn over all their records. Basically, you're going to see this article here. This is on Russia Today. No stone unturned. Trump orders government to turn over all records for U.S. citizens and non-citizen. This is even the Department of Commerce said that this is more accurate than the number they would get by adding the citizen question on the census, okay? Checkmate. Hello. He's genius. Meanwhile, what he does, he gets everyone all riled up, and they're looking over there, and like, oh, it's racist to put that question on the census. And so he goes to Supreme Court and all this stuff. So they're running over there. Meanwhile, he walked out of the social media summit and goes and signs an executive order that he had already had prepared, him and Barr, right? They already had it prepared. He goes and signs it, and they're like, what just happened? Even Republicans are like, oh, Donald Trump, he caved in. He gave in. It's like, I don't think they realize he just checkmated them. Bam. Boom. Cheers. Happy Friday, by the way. This is my sparkling flavored distilled water. It's from Waterloo. It's not a sponsor. I just love it so much. And I can only find it at Whole Foods, but it's great. Okay, so let's look at Zero Hedge. They had a couple interesting articles. Epstein Island. You guys, this is going to connecting the dots here. It's going to connect up with the NXIVM. You have the Bronfmans, the owners of the Seagrams, alcohol, the billionaires. So just so you know, the Bronfmans are part of the Illuminati, 13 bloodlines of the 13 bloodline families that run the Illuminati. They're also part of the Council of 13, which is the Grand Druid Council. I'm not making this up. This is actually verified. I'll show you. Let's see, where is it? Here we go. This is here, look it up here. CIA government website. This is in the CIA government website library. Bloodlines of the Illuminati. You can buy the book and spend $300. There's actually 2 volumes of it. There's part 1, part 2. Part 1 is about 300 pages. I downloaded this too. You can go on this website and you can download it to your Kindle. Did you know that? On your Kindle, that's how I'm reading it. I'm not gone all the way through it. By Fritz Springmeier. He wrote it in 1995. This is just the introduction. But so far, I've been reading it. So far, this is, you guys, I write so many notes. Look at this. I have like piles of notes here when I read and stuff. I'm like, anyway, so far, these are the 13 families. And I haven't gotten to all of them. I only got to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's the Astor family, Collins family. If you can see, the Chandler branch is part of the Astor family. Who have we heard about who has the last name Chandler that's connected to Epstein? Rachel Chandler, remember? And, the NXIVM sex cult. Who was was it Lois and Clark, the Superman, Smallville actress, that she got arrested, and they said that she is nothing, that this Rachel Chandler is like that girl times 100 as far as recruiting girls for pedophilia and these sex cults and these groups. So there you go. Rachel, the Chandler family branch is a part of the Astor family. Then there's the Collins family, and the Todd family is a branch of the Collins family. Aldrich family, Bundy family, Kennedys, Onassis, Rothschild, Bronfman, DuPont. Do you know the DuPonts? You know what they got rich for? Gunpowder. Everybody thinks of DuPont paint and all that stuff. Guess what gunpowder's in? Every weapon there is. That's not nuclear or atomic or, Tesla. But, all your gunpowder. You guys, these people run everything. They own everything. They're in charge of everything. I digress. So there's that. Let's see. Let's go back to the Zero Hedge. So Epstein has secrets still safe in off-limits room in Pedo Island. Well, I don't know if you know who QAnon is. It's not a conspiracy theory. That is just silly, silly talk. QAnon has, here's the website. Let's see if there's any new ones. If you can go to Q, so, if you're not really familiar with the Chan board, just 4chan, which Q started on, and then 8chan. So it's not just Q. Okay, Q stands for Q clearance. Q clearance is a clearance that is non-military, that is top secret in the Department of Energy, okay? Hang on, I got a book here. There we go. Did you know that Peter Benchley in 1987 wrote a book called Q Clearance? He's the author of the movie Jaws, the book Jaws. Did you know that? This is not a conspiracy theory, you guys. Guess what this book is about? Read this. Okay, hang on. Let me check this one. It has a better little description. Okay, just look at the book cover. American flag, Russia flag. Sound like a Russia hoax at all to you? When presidential speechwriter Timothy Burnham progresses from president's favorite to intimate advisor with Q clearance, look it up. Look up Wikipedia what Q clearance is. Giving him access to atomic energy secrets. He becomes the target of Soviet spies. Just going to leave there at that. Read the book. It's actually kind of comical. I've started. I haven't finished it yet. I have a lot of books I've started. I haven't finished yet either. But this CIA book, The Bloodlines of the Illuminati, I'm just saying, it's on the CIA government website. I printed the whole thing out because it was cheaper than... So you could buy it on eBay because it's out of print for like $300. I just printed it out. It was cheaper than buying it. It's free on the CIA government website library. Just saying. Okay, so anyway, so Q has been really talking about the Epstein Island, the pedophilia, this goes back to Allison Mack from NXIVM. When was she arrested? Eyes Wide Open. Who will be next? Watch California. There's so much here. So I will let you do your own homework. I'm just letting you know I follow Q because it's information, you guys. It's not a conspiracy. Although I love conspiracies. I love conspiracies. I like to dig in and investigate. It's so interesting to me to try to find out the facts. I'm not, the most now that Google is like covering algorithms and stuff like that. And I mean, that's happened to me, like I told you, with my YouTube account. I had a YouTube account. Well, I still do, but my videos, I was covering the Las Vegas shooting that happened out here. I started getting a lot of followers. And then I started covering the Florida shooting, and 4 days, I got banned. I got 2 strikes, got blocked, banned. When I was covering the Las Vegas shooting, I had a folder that I was keeping a lot of videos that I thought were good and that were informative, so I could go back and kind of review and use them in some videos that I did. And then one morning I woke up and that whole folder was gone. All the videos were gone. The entire folder that I had titled Las Vegas shooting was all gone. No explanation, no notice, no nothing. It was it was as though I deleted it and got rid of everything. That was a big flag. And then when I covered the Florida shooting, I did a couple videos. I ended up having to upload them on BitChute.com, which I recommend over YouTube. I think things will be... BitChute's kind of like when YouTube first started. There was a lot of freedom in not all this, copyright violation, blah, 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 blah. By the way, speaking of copyright violation, let me just show you any music playing in the background. It's from my Nuvo. I don't know if you can see that. It shows what's playing to give them credit. I don't know. Crap. It's everything's backwards in here. Who is that? Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah. So yeah, I can just like change the station. This app is really cool. So I'm at the front desk here at my spa. So I just change it. So giving them credit. Anyway, one thing I wanted to mention, I have you know how this Ocasio-Cortez is in the freaking news all the time. You guys, I have a theory. It's a theory, okay? It's like, don't call me fake news or anything. I have a theory. I think she's our insider. I think she's taken down the Democratic Party. Seriously. Think about what she's doing. She's going after Pelosi now. Okay, Pelosi is one of the 4 mafia families that run California. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to mention. Sorry, I'm jumping all around here. But that the crap. Where's my article that I had? Yeah, the no stone unturned. So what this does with I'll get back to Ocasio-Cortez. What this census does, the census questions decide the congressional seats, right? So in case that's why it was so important to have, are you a citizen? Because right now we've got so many Congress people in California, like New York, and in the areas where there's so many illegal aliens, they're not counted. They're counted as citizens. So without knowing whether somebody's a citizen or non-citizen or illegal, that based on the population, that's how you decide how many congressional seats there are. I think it's like 500,000 or 600,000 population. You have a congressional seat that represents that group of people. Okay, so if you don't know who's legal or illegal, everybody's considered a legal citizen. So with knowing who's illegal, a non-citizen, and who's a citizen, the congressional seats are supposed to be based on citizens that can legally vote. So what's going to happen is basically, if we get an accurate account of who is a legal citizen in the United States, in all the states, a lot of Democratic congressmen are going to be eliminated. The seats will be eliminated, which will probably put it to be a Republican majority. Why do you think the Democrats are pushing so hard for open borders and to have illegal aliens come here and vote? And they don't want to call them illegal aliens. They want to call them undocumented immigrants. Okay, let's examine that word for a minute. So, undocumented, that's implying that being undocumented is illegal. But it's not. Have you heard of going off the grid? You don't have to be documented to be a legal citizen. Just because you're born here in the United States and you're illegal, I mean, anybody can be undocumented. You could go cashless, or I don't believe in Bitcoin or the cryptocurrencies. I don't like it. And I actually was happy that Trump came out today and said that he doesn't believe in it either, that if these cryptocurrencies want to act like a bank, that they need to abide by the same laws as banks do. So although I'm for less regulation, it's just, I think it's a way of, let's think about this way. Remember going back, okay, I'm going to bring up the Bible. I'm spiritual. I think the Bible's a really good reference. I was raised Mormon. I'm not Mormon anymore. I guess I consider myself Christian, but I don't go to church because I don't like church. I don't like large groups of people that are mindless, and I think people should think for themselves and not have to have a prophet tell them what to think. So I don't like organized religion. So I actually am a minister, believe it or not. So I'm my own church. Anyway, this church is Stephanie. But it's actually no church at all. It's just I believe what I believe, and beliefs are not facts, so beliefs change over time. So that's based on research. But I think that the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, which is based on a chip, they talk about in biblical times that you'll have the mark on your forehead or in your hand, and they say that's the chip. You won't be able to buy or sell anything without the chip. I think that's where that's headed. So I don't like, I like gold. I like tangible gold. I'm not talking like buy gold and silver on the stock market. No, I'm talking tangible gold. I totally believe that we're headed back to the gold standard where the dollar is backed by gold. And I think when that happens, it will reset the deficit. That is my opinion based on things I've read. I don't know. I do a lot of reading, so I can't really tell you where I read it. Probably Zero Hedge, and I listen to Dan Bongino a lot. He actually has like a big economics background from Penn State. I do not have an economics background. I have a business background, and an engineering background, and a statistics background. So, yeah, I can crunch numbers and look for, standard deviations. I used to be a black belt in Six Sigma, and I'm all about the control chart and all that good stuff. That's how you tell if you have a system that's out of control, in control. Like I said, I was a process engineer, but I don't like cryptocurrency at all. I like gold. I like something that is tangible that you can, people just they bite to see if it's real gold. That's me. I'm old school that way. I do like technology, but I don't like being tracked. I'm a DuckDuckGo person on the internet. I don't like Google. I see what they've been doing. It's hard to find, stuff that I used to search for. Now it's really hard. You almost have to go to like another country's internet and their sites to find out more truth than what we find in our own country, unfortunately. But I think things are gonna change here. Let's see. Let me sponsor another little of my products. I think one of the healthiest things that you can do is to detox. We talk about chemtrails, and it's really depressing, talking about all these things that harm us. And, people got Lyme's disease now. People have cancer more than ever, like my mom did, we can talk, I'd like to do a segment on just like healthcare at some point, but I sell this, and it's called OXY-MAG-POWDER. It's really potent. You take, so it basically liquefies it. If any of you have ever had colonics, this is 10 times cheaper. This is $22 for a 6-day cleanse. You take 4 pills before you go to bed. There's no cramping at all. It's not like a colon cleanse. It's a digestive cleanse, but this is not like a laxative or anything that's harmful. It is so healthy for you. My daughter's in Taekwondo, and she has to weigh in when she does tournaments. She competes internationally. She's a 3rd-degree black belt. And so I have her take this, like a week or two before she has to weigh in. I mean, honestly, it's not about weight loss. This is about a cleanse. But when you cleanse your whole digestive system, like, I mean, talking cleanse it out, and you get rid of all the heavy metals, all these toxins that you eat, breathe, everything in your body. It, you know, goes in your blood. Everything comes out in through your digestive system. So anyway, OXY-magnesium powder, I call OXY-MAG powder. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Yeah, it's a 6-day cleanse. And I've lost like 3 pounds overnight before. I mean, depending on how much crap you have in there. Like if I eat really bad, I'm going to take this before I go to bed. You know, you have your cheat meals and stuff. Sometimes people cheat every day. I probably have a little cheat meal, honestly, once a day. Unless I'm like going to do a show or a competition or got some like photo shoot that I want to do. But yeah, this is the best, healthiest product. My whole family, seriously, I probably do it at least twice a week, the minimum. They say you got to do your 6-day cleanse and then as needed. And when you take it, the 4 capsules before bed, you take it, you put some lemon, like I like doTERRA lemon drops because the acidicness in the water adds more oxygen, and that's why it's called oxygen magnesium powder. So it's not magnesium. It does not count it as a magnesium supplement. It is elemental oxygenated magnesium. And what it does is it breaks down all your fecal matter and liquefies it. Let me say that again. It breaks down your fecal matter and liquefies it. It cleanses your small and your large intestine. Colonics only clean out your large intestine, not your small intestine. Your small intestine is where your body absorbs all the nutrients from the food that you eat. That's why it's so important to cleanse your small intestine. And this is $22 for a 6-day cleanse. I love this stuff. I don't sell anything that I don't use myself. Anyway, back to the news. So let me talk to you about my theory about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC. So I think she's one of us. I think she's an insider. I think she's, honestly, think about what she's done. She's so crazy. The whole Green New Deal just got revealed that it's really about a socialistic economy, not really saving the environment. They don't care about the environment. Are you kidding? We're the cleanest country in the world. Look at China. Like, they're the dirtiest country in the world. They don't do anything. They pollute the sky and the environment 10 times more than basically almost any other country. I think India is like second or up there with them. You know, and then they're trying. The Democrats try to act like the United States is a planet. We're not a planet. We're like this big in the scheme of the whole thing. They just want to change our economy to be a socialistic economy. And that was revealed. But if you think about what Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, is doing, she's taken down the Democratic Party. Now she's attacking Nancy Pelosi as being a racist. So, did you see Trump come in there today? He's like, one thing I can tell you is that Nancy Pelosi is not a racist. So you got Trump sticking up for Nancy, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. You didn't even hear about these other, I won't call them Muslim women, but they are. But they're of the Muslim Brotherhood. These the Minnesotan Congresswoman. Who's the other one? There's I can't remember their names, but there's 2 of them. And then you got AOC buddying up with them, and they're all like women of color, even though they're really not. You know, they're all very attractive women. I mean, with a red lipstick, you know, Alexandria, she goes out there, makes this huge scene by a fence, you know, at the border crying. You know, now you got everybody's making fun of that. I mean, it's just, you think about what she's doing. And then when she lies, and her lies saying that, like, oh, they're making the the detainees drink out of the toilets, and it's so awful what the Border Patrol and ICE are doing to these poor people, and it's a bunch of lies. And they come out and they're like, here's a tour. This is potable water here. It's attached to the toilet, but it's a sink above the toilet because you're in jail. You broke the law. You came here unlawfully. You're detained, which is jail. It's a temporary jail until you're deported. If they didn't go through proper channels, because our immigration laws suck and they don't want to do anything about it. They want to let everybody in because those are the only voters the Democrats have left. They don't have regular voters. And what Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is doing, she's exposing everything, you guys. So I think she's an insider. She's too crazy not to be. I mean, it's hilarious. So, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, you keep doing what you're doing, because it's working, honey. Okay, so I have to talk about something really cute. I'll be right back. I have to show you these little comic books I bought today. I'm going to close with something positive. I'll be right back. Hang on. Okay, so today I was leaving my house, and I was coming here to the spa, and it looked like a lemonade stand. Like, these little kids have this little stand, and I like to support little entrepreneurs, kids that try to sell something, and they work hard. When I was little, we had a garden, and my brother and I, we would wrap up like zucchini and tomatoes and radishes and onions and fruit from our trees and stuff, and we put it in the wheelbarrow, and we go walking around the whole neighborhood, right? And we'd sell fruits and vegetables. So I love little entrepreneurs that are, trying to make some money. The lemonade stand had the lemonade stand. I think it's wonderful. So check this out, you guys. So today I stopped because I saw this 3 little kids. They're probably like 8, 9, and I don't think they were 10. I could be wrong, but they're just adorable. And 2 boys and a girl, and they're sitting there. One boy was standing, and so I pulled over real quick, and I'm thinking like, gosh, I think I only had like a 20 or something in my wallet, and I found 2 $1 bills. So I got out, and I walked over there, and I go, hey, I got $2. What can I get for $2? And I saw what they're selling. They were selling children's books and homemade comic books. Check this shit out. Excuse my language. Captain Cool and Mighty Man versus the Sea Monster of Death. So I'm looking in this thing, and this is volume 3, by the way. Did you see that? Story 3. Okay. And he gives the whole it's Captain Cool and the Samurai Showdown. And he's got the little pictures in here. And he gives a recap. So, our hero's last adventure, something like this happened. And it says, okay, here is a quick recap of Cap's last venture. He got back in touch with his sidekick, Strength, and together they defeated Galactus and the invasion. So then he goes to the recap, and then he goes to, look at this. I mean, these kids took time and effort. I kind of feel bad taking it from them, but it was worth $1. So this one was $1, and then this one I haven't read yet was $1. And I think the 2 different kids, I kind of feel bad because I wish I had $3 because I think all 3 of them had made comic books, and I only had $2 on me, so I bought 2, and one little boy looked a little sad, but he'll get it next time. So I was really proud of them, and I took a picture of him. I'm not going to post it because they're minors, obviously, but I was just so proud of them for being little entrepreneurs at that age, and I was proud of their parents for letting them set up a stand. I thought that was really cool. So anyway, I can't wait to read my little comic books. All right, you guys, have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to Malibu because it's my birthday weekend, even though my birthday's next week. And we're going to go hit the beach for just 2 days. It's a little getaway, and it's just been so depressing with, my mom's passing and all the drama with my stupid family. My oldest sister is trying to pull some fast ones with my mom's trust and not giving me a copy of it and, trying to be in control of everything. We won't go there. But anyway, so yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun with my husband and our daughter. She needs a break too. She broke her nose in a fight off to go to Peru for the not Olympic Games. They called it the World Games. But she's recovering really fast. I have a Royal Rife machine. I could talk about that later. It's electric frequencies. We're more electrical than we are chemical. So it actually heals based on different radio frequencies, like a square wave versus a sine wave. And with the Tesla high electric beam light, it's a direct high frequency. So I'll have to show it to you sometime in the future because it's pretty awesome. It's got like the hand electrodes and the feet electrodes and the beam and everything. And I'm telling you, it flippin' works. It cures cancer. It cures Lyme disease. It cures, well, I can't say cure. Okay, you have to explain it as though it is a experimental device, so that they try to say there's no evidence of cure. Yeah, right. Okay. Anyway, working for me, work for my daughter. Her nose is basically pretty much healed in less than 2 weeks. And it was pretty bad. We got x-rays and everything. And now she's back to normal. In fact, they're not here right now because they're at Taekwondo training with Master Givens up in North Las Vegas. So, we got another tournament. I'm also a black belt. I've only competed twice. Won one, lost one. But, I need to train more. I want to do the President's Cup this, I think September. So they call it the Ultras for us old ladies. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. But my daughter, she wants to try to go to the Olympics. She was supposed to get on the world's team. We went through arbitration. That's a whole long story with the USAT, which is a division of the Olympic Committee for Taekwondo. So anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will catch you on Monday. Bye.